Gaming without fun is pointless. What is the concept of fun? Is it casual play, competitive play, multiplayer, local co-op? The concept of fun is subjective. Rather, if it's to prove skill, a passion, or just a love of playing video games, you can find fun within any of these. But what if toxicity is introduced into the question? Well, my friend, I will be answering that question, entering the Sparking Zero community. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero selling over 3 million copies in the first 24 hours globally. And yes, I am hurt because I was not able to get myself a physical copy of the game, so I had to resort to a stupid digital code.
I fucking hate you, GameStop.
Who the hell shops at GameStop in 2024? Where's your pride?
I'm doing my best. Leave me alone. The first thing I'm going to address is the Xenoverse 2 slander. Don't get me wrong, Xenoverse 2 is by far nowhere near a perfect game, but I will admit when it first came out it was extremely fun. But that game was made in 2016. Yeah, when a new game like Sparking Zero, which is recap and to capture this nostalgic feeling of the old Tenkaichi games, of course a lot of people are gonna drift towards that game. It's just logically how it's supposed to be. It'll be crazy if the game just dropped and no one was buying it, then you'd be scratching your head like, yeah, this game must be terrible. It's outselling Xenoverse. That is a good thing, but some people consider it as a bad thing, at least for Xenoverse 2's sake. I don't get where this if the new game sells more than the old game, then the old game is bad logic is coming from. Xenoverse 2 was an overall good game, but it was well received and sold a lot for what it was. Of course, it was no Sparking Zero, no Tenkaichi. It was a game that did what it needed to do. Same thing with fighters. Not to mention Kakarot. Just because FromSoft's next game sells more than Elden Ring does not mean Elden Ring was a bad game. Hey, if Xenoverse 2 wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. If Sparking Zero is not for you, it's not for you. Let everyone have their fun. It's not always about you when it comes to a player base. And for the people that are within the Xenoverse 2 community, just because Sparking Zero is selling more and is the overall better game and option, don't give you the right to go on social media and just shit on the game just because you don't like it.
Can't interrupt. I'm doing the interrupt command. I'm gonna die. It's fucking stupid. He went the wrong direction. I can't move. I can't move. He won't do what I'm telling him. Look at this. Yeah, this game is awful, dude.
Okay, Xenoverse was the game back then. Now it's a new game that is infinitely more fun. President Rose said it best.
When will the Xenoverse community and the Sparking community just come together, shake hands, and enjoy their game? Like, if you want to play some Xenobutt 2, go crazy, man. Have fun. If you want to play some Sparking Zero, have fun.
No matter how good a game is, eventually you will put it up into the closet where it collects dust for the next best thing. That's just the cycle of gaming life. And once the spark that ignited the game fades, another will resume. And to play devil's advocate, you as a Sparking Zero player do not matter. What matters is money. But Shin, of course I matter. They made this game for me, specifically for me and the people that like the Tenkaichi games. Exactly. Trust me, if Tenkaichi was a bad game, the whole entire trilogy, I might add, they would never be making Sparking Zero. They would have got on with Xenoverse 3 and that would have been that. So yeah, fans do matter, but to an extent. We're cash cows to these corporations. It's good that they're making good games for us. At the end of the day, it's all about money. It's not a situation where they're just bagging on nostalgia and then the game turns out to be garbage. They actually knew what the fans want and made us a fully fleshed out game. A brand new Tenkaichi game for the old and new fans. What more could we want? The problem is the toxic community. Every fan base on the face of the earth has a toxic side of its community. This one is no different. The rage quitter, the mental restriction players. This game is ass because I don't want to learn the mechanics player. This is nothing new statement. The exploiters. The first thing when I did when I bought the game was go into the tutorial to learn the mechanics. Yes, I did play Tenkaichi 2 and Tenkaichi 3, but by this game being new, there's bound to be stuff that is new. Wow! Who thought? Who would have guessed? Not the this is nothing new statements. Tell me, if it was nothing new, why is no one using it? Why is no one doing this? If it's so old, if it's old news, why the hell I don't see anyone else doing this? Huh? Wanna know why? Because you didn't know shit. You didn't know shit. That's why. You can be an OG player and still be ass. Or you can be an OG player that don't know what the hell they're doing. It's okay. It's called learning the game. The game just dropped. You can be an old Tenkaichi player and still not know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm not gonna be a slow ass that's gonna jump in the game and get my ass handed to me and cry and bitch saying that the game is bad or is it not fair because of this, this, and that.
Let's get something for this mess of a fucking button masher game.
Learn the mechanics. Learn the controls. Learning and knowing is half the battle. Now you may be asking a question, what is a mental restriction player? A mental restriction player is someone who wants you to dumb down your standards to fight them on equal playing field. For an example, if someone wants to fight with a Cyberman and the person that they're fighting is Gogeta Blue specifically, they will bitch and moan, you're using a broken character or a strong character compared to me who's using a weaker character. Well, if you are using a weaker character and you get the dub on this said strong character, kudos to you. I'm gonna give you your props. But do not complain about people using their favorite characters or broken characters. That's the whole point of the goddamn game. Use whoever you want to use. Play how you want to play. If you're losing because of broken Gogeta users and all of that, hey, don't play online. It's optional. You don't need to play online. Hell, that's why they have local co-op. You can have your buddies come over and play. If your depiction of fun is playing PvP online, then I have to say there is a lot of things that do need to be worked on. I am up for the characters to retain their broken status, but let's be real, this is an online perspective. Having a character broken does not mean it's an instant win button, like After Image and Wild Sense. For these types of abilities, I will have to say instead of it lasting for 15 seconds, have it last for 5. But Shin, that will make the move unusable. That's the point. If you can't grasp the mechanic and know how to counter and dodge, then that means you need to carry your ass back to single player and practice. No one is forcing you to play online, but I do understand that some people play online because that is their perspective of fun. Therefore, I'm going to explain what needs to happen. They need to take a note from Elden Ring, where character stats are different from PvP and PvE. This way, for Sparking Zero's sake, you can have the people that play local player have their broken characters, and while others play online have a more balanced out experience. There is no reason why 80% of the player base is leaving the game over something so simple that can be changed. You guys nerfed Yajirobe. There is lots to be done. 3 million copies in 24 hours globally. Do better. And for the people who are complaining about the game being filled with tryhards and sweat, it's an online ranking game. What do you expect? That is the equivalent of having someone play GTA and expect them not to run someone off the road. These are not your family or friends coming over to play local player. These are online strangers. They will not follow your own code of conduct. You just need to assume that they're going to try to get the W. That is the purpose of playing online, is to get the win. This game has brought out some of the worst crash outs I've seen in video gaming in a while. People talking about running the streets.
Bet. Say that. Alright, say that.
Over Dragon Ball and ban for ban?
Ass man, listen to you, bro. You is. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Ban for ban, fuck nigga. Ban for ban?
And I have to say with utmost honesty, this shit is wild as hell. I promise you it's not that serious. Ban for Dragon Ball. So no, Xenoverse 2 players are not why your fanbase sucks. It sucks because the small portion within your own community are toxic. So the question is brought up once more. What is fun? How do we have fun? For one, stop caring about how people play and stop caring about what other people feel about how you play. Remember, it's your game. Play how you want. There is no reason that you're either working a 9 to 5, content creator, or whatever it is, spending your hard-earned money and time to get this game that is good just to care about everyone else's shitty opinion. If that is your reason to playing a game, then you are doing it all wrong. It's okay to listen to critics sometimes, but ultimately I will have to say experience the game for yourself before coming up with that final conclusion, unless it's just visually god awful.